In a televised speech on Sunday, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani said the United States faces defeat in its move to reimpose a UN sanction on Tehran, as Washington declared all UN sanctions on Iran had been restored. Rouhani said America is approaching a certain defeat in its sanctions move. It faced defeat and negative response from the international community. We will never yield to U.S. pressure, and Iran will give a crushing response to Americans' bully.
Iran's President Hassan Rouhani has said that the U.S. faces defeat in its move to reimpose UN sanctions on the country as European allies call the unilateral declaration legally void. In a televised speech, Rouhani said Iran would give a crushing response to America's bullying. The Trump administration said that measures were being reimposed under the mechanism of a deal the U.S. has quit. The UK, France and Germany said the U.S. has no power to carry out such a move. The three countries alongside China, Russia and the US were parties of a landmark deal signed with Iran in 2015 to curb its nuclear program. But President Donald Trump, a critic of Obama-era accord, withdrew the US from it in 2018. As a result, Iran began breaching some commitments it had made, including enriching more uranium than it should. The US said the country should be punished, declaring that all UN sanctions that had been suspended would be reimposed, a mechanism agreed in the deal called snapback, and that a conventional arms embargo on Iran would no longer expire on 18th October. A senior US official quoted said that on Monday Washington would impose sanctions on more than 24 people and entities involved in the Iranian nuclear missile and conventional arms program. But the Washington announcement has been dismissed by virtually every member of the UN Security Council, and the body has not taken the measure any further. The impact of the decision remains unclear. The UK and France, two permanent members of the UN Security Council, as well as Germany, said that Washington's announcement was incapable of having any legal effect on the US to use it as a mechanism of the deal that it had abandoned. The Foreign Ministry in Russia, another permanent member of the Security Council, said the illegitimate initiatives and actions of the United States by definition cannot have international legal consequences for other countries. On Saturday, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres told the Security Council that he would not take any action because there would appear to be uncertainty on the issue. But US officials argue that despite having abandoned the agreement, they still have the right to trigger the snapback clause. Bureau Report.